got some good ones. We got some good ones.
Questions for Derek?
Derek, when a guy like a rookie like Josh Jacobs is gutting it out the way he's kind of gutting it out, does that resonate in the locker room at all? That he's fighting to play the way he's fighting?
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said last week, like we've known for so long. Like when it happens, we all know, and that's why everything he's done is even more impressive, than just what it is. The way that he's fought. And he's one of my favorite people. We have great conversations all the time, off the field, on the field. That's my guy. We have some good talks about all that kind of stuff and the process and how people last in this league and all those kind of things. And he's the kind of guy. He reminds me a lot of Colton Miller last year. Although it's hard to see, at left tackle, the things you're doing well, they only look at when you give up a sack, right? But he is another guy that just gets it. They're football guys that if they get hurt, doesn't matter to them. They're going to do whatever it takes, like a lot of guys in our building, whatever it takes to play in those games.
Do you have an appreciation, may not be the right term, but for the fact that you play on the same field and are part of the same quarterback legacy as Stabler and Plunkett and Monica and all and Flores, all those guys that you're doing things where they achieve greatness? Absolutely.
The fact that we all, just put it in perspective, like a little kid from Fresno, California is playing, somewhere where it was his dad's favorite football team. Let's be real about it. Like, it's pretty awesome, that's a dream come true. Those things every kid, that I've ever talked to that's on a football team, who wants to be in the NFL? Everyone raises their hand. How many of those kids actually get to do it, right? It's very few. It's hard. It's a hard business to do for a long time. And so to be able to be here, play on the same field that all of those legends, played on, and to actually know some of those guys and talk to those guys, call those guys friend, like that. That's kind of weird, but it is a really cool thing.
Derek, you've been through a couple of these possible last games in the Coliseum. This kind of seems like it's
Yeah.
real. How different is that going to
Yeah. I think we talked about it last year, right? Like, I think it was at Denver. We played Denver. It was like, maybe. So like, try and soak it in, all those kind of things. So, I guess you erase those memories and take on these ones, I guess, because it's like we just talked about with Scott. Like that's all of the players that have played here. This organization's history. All of those things. I was here for C. Wood's last game. There's some pretty cool memories that I have just of my own, being on the team. But I think this one will rank right up there. I expect it to be crazy and loud and all those kind of things. So we're going to go out there and give our best effort. I promise you that.
Given all the emotion that's going to go on, you still have a game to play, obviously. As you prep for the Jag, what stands out on film when you look at that?
Yeah, they're very fast on defense. They fly around, run to the football, and that's at all three levels. They got speed everywhere. So we got Pro Bowl guys all over the place. They got some really good talent and high draft picks. Their rookie is playing really well. He's a good player, and they're led by some good veterans that have played some good football at a high level for a long time, right? So we got our work cut out for us. They're a good team. Turn the film on, though. The thing that sticks out is just the speed.
You guys have had so many good last couple of years, so many good opening drives in the game. Mm-hmm. Are you a little perplexed this year when it's up the third quarter? I think it's like 98-20 or deficit in the third quarter. Why something like that would happen?
Yeah, it's crazy. We sit there and you try and, Coach talks about it, with us and things like that, and he addresses it, and the adjustments, what is it, that kind of thing, and I'll let him talk about those kind of things. Yeah. But we definitely comes up because it's, is it something that's not being said, something that we're not thinking about, something, are we too casual coming out? You look at all those things. Are the mental errors up on those drives rather than at the beginning of games? You look at all that. So we try and, trust me, especially with Coach, we try and look at everything and try and improve on that, stat or however you want to say it. We definitely have to and need to improve on that, especially this week, against this team. Oh, it's tough. because we're all so close, so friends, and he's part of our family. It's tough, to see him go down and be out, especially with the kind of year he was having. It's a great year, great start to a young career. But I know him; he'll be back faster than they tell him he'll be, and he'll be ready to rock.
Do you have a favorite? What's your favorite Oakland moments, memories with Oakland?
Oh man, I got a couple of them for sure. One I really enjoyed, obviously, was the first win. You never forget that first win in the rain, pouring down. Latavius running for all those yards and throwing the game winner to James Jones. And all those kind of things. And the celebration that took place when we needed to call a timeout. It's like please don't take away the first one like this. But I'll leave their two names out of it. But I remember that. I remember C. Wood's last game, a fan running on the field and trying to grab him and things like that, just to say thank you and those kind of things. The comeback wins, the injury I've talked about, obviously, breaking my ankle, that was crazy. Breaking my finger was probably cool. It looked like a French fry, and then got to tape it up and come back out and finish the game, and we ended up winning. That one. So there's memories. I could sit here and talk about all the fun times, but there'll be a time and a place for that. We'll have a time for that. But yeah, no, go ahead.
You're pretty zeroed in on the game, obviously, but have you ever looked in the stands during the game and had seen something that made you laugh out loud?
100%. Yes. Yeah. Without calling out what I saw. Yes. There's been multiple times that has happened. Yeah.
Derek, you said last week, 2 weeks ago, we were a great story, and now all of a sudden we're not so good.
Absolutely.
Now we're 3 weeks in.
Yeah.
You've had a little time to sort of digest what's going on. What's the difference
Our details, the lack of execution on the little things. When you get on a roll, it's easy just to, keep flying through. We got this kind of thing, and we're learning through that. We're hitting some adversity, and it's being, our mental makeup is being challenged right now. What's it? We've had a whole bunch of guys dealing with. When it's good, it's easy, to go on the field and stick to your process and all that. When people don't like you as much, can you still stick to your process and get all the details right on coach's game plan? You know what I mean? Because there's always going to be both in this game, no matter what happens, right? And so you try your best to echo that, throughout, and hone in on those little things, because really that's all that's lacking. It's not the effort. It's not a lack of want to or anything like that. It's just little things, which sounds cliche, but if I sat here and broke it down, I could break down one play for 30 minutes,
Time for two more.
Derek, obviously you're refocused on the game, but with it being the last one out there, you find yourself maybe stopping, thinking, what does Kelsey mean to you?
Oh, yeah. There'll be a time for that, hopefully. But at the same time, it'll be a better memory if we win. You know what I mean? So they got some cool blitzes and some good players I'll be thinking about before that.
Last one. All set, guys?
Good. Thank you.